G'day, I'm Hugh Bowman. Today I want to talk about reducing stress for business owners. Now, I've been there myself, but also in my job as a business coach, I run into, here and there, I run into people who are very stressed. Not always when I start with them, but something happens as we're working with together over time. They become very stressed and get very, depressed almost by it. And so it's interesting that from my perspective, from the outside, the issue is never as big or as bad as they are experiencing. But that's not the point. The point is they are having a big challenge to comprehend or understand or how to adjust to whatever the thing has been placed upon them. And that's the most important thing, because that will be having a huge impact to their life and to what they're achieving in their business and everything else. So how to deal with that is the issue today. So the very first recommendation I would have is that to what I call seek out others, so that can come in a couple of different forms. So seeking out other business owners is actually really helpful too, because they will understand it very well indeed, or other professionals that might help you out. But in most cases, what I see is that they have a level of what I call self-care that they're just not really thriving in. They're not doing nearly as well in the whole self-care thing. And I want to list some of those out because this is a good place to start. So let's talk about the self-care. So the obvious one is just work times. So working longer hours or working to 8 o'clock every night really doesn't work in the long term. You get burnt out and you spend all weekend cooked, or even longer than that. It just doesn't work. So you need to be quite strict around work times. You can have a couple of late times here and there, but if it's ongoing or for weeks or months, very bad plan. So work on work times. Next one, exercise. I'm a big believer in it myself, but just some exercise every day, crucial. Maybe it's just a half an hour walk, might even cut it. I prefer a bit harder work than that, but whatever it takes to clear your head, see a bit of nature, exercise, hugely important. Next one, diet. Now I mean healthy diet here. So I don't mean trying to lose weight or anything, but just eat good balanced diet is all I'm expecting. That excludes too much coffee of mine, alcohol, and all the rest that goes with that. Obvious one, sleep. Now if you're working too hard or very long hours, maybe sleep's more difficult, but 7 to 9 hours, absolutely need good sleep. And my last one here, which is my favourite, is holidays. Holidays or time off, I might add. Little short breaks. Even you might say, well, the business can't survive without me. The 3-day weekend is possible. Try and clear the decks and have a really relaxing time. Helps a lot. So whenever I've had a stressful time in work, I work really hard on myself here and seek out others. Hope that helps you out. And if you want some advice on where I could send you to or help you with or just talk it through, I'm absolutely there to help. I hope to hear from you one day, but not for this reason. Bye.